Star Brethren,
your number one source for everything Starbound. Hey, how you doing? I'm Kamo and welcome to a brand new series for Starbound called Lrn2Creative. In this series, I'm basically just going to teach you the ins and outs of what I do and what the thought process is when I make stuff in Starbound, whether it be ships, buildings, blah blah blah. You name it. When getting started, the first thing that I absolutely recommend is getting some kind of creative mod. Is this cheating? Yes, but you're in here to make something, not survive the game. So, put a link down in the description of the mod that I use. I really enjoy this mod. I've been using it since day one. It's fantastic. The installation is nice and simple too. When choosing where you want to build something, don't be afraid to use your environment. Well, structures will look a lot better when you're utilizing parts of the environment. If you're building on a hill, don't be afraid to dig into the hill a little bit and leave some of the hill standing so that you can create a multi-level structure. Utilizing your environment will make your structures look a lot more dynamic without you even trying, really, because you're trying to build around the environment. I see it a lot of times where people will manipulate the environment to be super flat, and then they end up having a structure that just looks like a cube. Speaking of making the building look like a cube, be sure to vary your block usage. In most things, I'll use anywhere from 7 to 15, sometimes up to 20 if I'm doing a mega build. 20 different block types. I'll be going into specific blocks when I talk about the different races or different buildings and whatnot that I will be making and showing you guys as far as those tutorials go. The next two tips that I have kind of go hand in hand. First is don't be afraid to jump in blind. When you're looking at something, when you're looking at an environment, don't be afraid to just cut into it and place a few blocks. A lot of times that'll give you the inspiration or an idea in what you actually want to make there. But at the same time, make sure that you go into it with a general idea of what you want to make. Do you want to make a glitch village? Do you want to make a massive glitch castle? Do you want to make an apex town? Do you want to make a human town? Do you want to make a ship floating above the planet? Make sure that you jump into it with a general idea, but at the same time, don't be afraid to jump into it with no floor plan. And the final tip that I have for this episode is don't detail your structures too early. The reason why is because when you detail too early, you'll get focused on an area and you'll forget about the big picture. And what ends up happening is you'll have one area that's super detailed, but then you get bored of it and the rest of it ends up looking rushed. Make the overall structure first so that you have the inspiration on what you actually want to put inside each of the rooms, rather than just putting stuff in there to put stuff in there. This is the first episode that I've done for this series. I hope you guys enjoy it. Please definitely leave me some feedback. If you think that there's something else I could have included in here, I would definitely love to hear your thoughts on it. And if you know someone who really enjoys Starbound or wants to get into making things, be sure to share this video with them. It definitely helps me out a lot, and hopefully it'll help them out too. In the meantime, you guys, you all take care.